Dhira Damodara Kunja Gopi Jana Gopi Jana Yashoda Nandana Jamuna Tira Jamuna Tira Pijanava Girivara Pijanava Sodanandana Yashodanandana Jamuna Jamuna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Gurudev. Hari Gaura, Hari Gaura, Hari Gaura, Hari Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivraja Gasarya Astuta Sri Sri Madhi Divine Grace ISKCON founder Acharya Jagat Guru Sri Bhakti Dhira Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivraja Gasarya Astuta Sri Sri Madhi Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki Jai. Ananta Guru Vaishnava ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Friends, Guru Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Siddhivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopina Shankar Radhakundu Giri Garodam ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham ki Jai. Bhakti Dhira Dham ki Jai. Navadvip Mayapur Dham ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham ki Jai. Jamuna Mai ki Jai. Ganges Mai ki Jai. Tulasi Devi ki Jai. Bhakti Devi ki Jai. Samabeta Bhakti Vrinda ki Jai. Jai Gauda Pramananda. All glories assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. Glories to Shri Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vijaya Bhutala Shamati Bhakti Tirtha Shamati Krishna Padaya Prabhupada Shaitananda Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Bhakti Tirtha Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatu Jayam Dhira Nasta Prayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nastigi Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Agyana Timirandasyan Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmitandena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lita Sri Visakam Vedamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagapati Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kunta Namastutin Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Pancha Visha Kripa Sindhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Srila Prabhupada ki Hare Krishna. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8. Prayers by Queen Kunti. Text 42. Tvayime Nanya Vishaya Matiri Madhupate Sakrit Ratim Udva Hatada Gange Vogam Udam Vati Tvayime Nanya Vishaya Matiri Madhupate Sakrit Ratim Udva Hatada Gange Vogam Udam Vati Tvayime Nanya Vishaya Matire Madhupate Sakrit Ratim Udva Hatada Gange Vogam Udam Vati. Twai unto you, may my Ananya Vishaya unalloyed Matihi attention Madhupate, O Lord of Madhu, Asakrit continuously Ratim attraction Udvahatat may overflow Adha directly Ganga the Ganges Eva like Ogam flows Udanbati down to the sea. Translation and purport by Divine Grace C. Bhakti Dhira Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. O Lord of Madhu, as the Ganges forever flows to the sea without hindrance, let my attraction be constantly drawn unto you without being diverted to anyone else. Let's repeat. O Lord of Madhu, as the Ganges forever flows to the sea without hindrance, let my attraction be constantly drawn unto you without being diverted to anyone else. Purport. Perfection of pure devotional service attained when all attention is diverted towards the transcendental loving service of the Lord. To cut off the tie of all other affections does not mean complete negation of the finer elements, like affection for someone else. This is not possible. A living being, however he may be, must have this feeling of affection for others because this is a symptom of life. The symptoms of life, such as desire, anger, hankerings, feelings of attraction, etc., cannot be annihilated. Only the objective has to be changed. Desire cannot be negated, but in devotional service, the desire is changed only for the service of the Lord, in place of desire for sense gratification. The so-called affection for family, society, country, etc., consists of different phases of sense gratification. When this desire is changed for the satisfaction of the Lord, it is called devotional service. In the Bhagavad Gita, we can see that Arjuna desired not to fight with his brothers and relations, just to satisfy his own personal desires. But when he heard the message of the Lord, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, he changed his decision and served the Lord. And for his doing so, he became a famous devotee of the Lord. For it is declared in all the scriptures that Arjuna attained spiritual perfection by devotional service to the Lord in friendship. The fighting was there. The friendship was there. Arjuna was there and Krishna was there. But Arjuna became a different person by devotional service. Therefore, the prayers of Kunti also indicate the same categorical changes in activities. Srimati Kunti wanted to serve the Lord without diversion, and that was her prayer. This unalloyed devotion is the ultimate goal of life. Our attention is usually diverted to the service of something which is non-godly or not in the program of the Lord. When the program is changed into the service of the Lord, that is to say, when the senses are purified in relation with the service of the Lord, it is called pure, unalloyed devotional service. Srimati Kunti Devi wanted that perfection and prayed for it from the Lord. Her affection for the Pandavas and the Vrishnis is not out of range of devotional service because the service of the Lord and the service of the devotees are identical. Sometimes service to the devotee is more valuable than service to the Lord. But here, the affection of Kunti Devi for the Pandavas and the Vrishnis was due to family relation. This tie of affection in terms of material relation is the relation of Maya, because the relations of the body or the mind are due to the influence of the external energy. Relations of the soul established in relation with the Supreme Soul are factual relations. When Kunti Devi wanted to cut off the family relation, she meant to cut off the relation of the skin. The skin relation is a cause of material bondage, but the relation of the soul is a cause of freedom. This relation of the soul to the soul can be established by a medium of the relation with the super soul. Seeing in the darkness is not seeing, but seeing by the light of the sun means to see the sun and everything else which was unseen in the darkness. That is the way of devotional service. So that is the end of Srila Prabhupada's purport, text 42. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, entitled Prayers by Queen Kunti. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada, it is written here, prayers by Queen Kunti. And Prabhupada said, teachings of Queen Kunti. That is wonderful. That's wonderful. It is prayers. Prabhupada is the teaching. Kunti Devi's prayers are teaching. And if you will look at it very carefully, you'll see so many teachings Kunti Devi gave to us. And you see also in this particular verse, a lot of teachings are here. Introduction to Chaitanya Bhagavat. Vrindavan Dasakura mentioned Bhagavatam is the ultimate literature. And Lord Nityananda Prabhu specifically told Jiva Goswami, you should give your time to Bhagavatam and let the whole world know the position of Bhagavatam. You should let the whole world know Bhagavatam is the ultimate scripture. So, Kunti Devi said, Ratim Udva Hatat. Ratim Udva Hatat. That is what she is saying here. Udva Hatat means the speed. The speed means the speed of what? Ratim. The speed of our attraction to Krishna should be like the speed Ganga flows to the sea. It's not teaching, right? This is teaching. How we should use our mind in Christian consciousness. The Kunti Devi is teaching how we should use our mind. The speed of my Ananya Vishaya, my affection, the speed of my affection, please let my mind should never take me anywhere. Let me not have any direction. except the direction that goes to Madhu Bhakti. Why she using the word the speed? Why the speed? The speed should be so strong that obstacles should not come in between my devotional service to Krishna. One devotee told me, I was telling him to drive slow. Drive slow. See, if I drive slow, I will sleep. And there'll be accident. So when I'm fast, I'm very active. Very active on the street. But if I slow down, I will sleep. So Kunti Devi said, let me have that speed of affection to Krishna. My mind should be so speedy in running to Krishna that there is no chance of accident. My mind should not be diverted to anything, nothing. Let me not see anything except Lord Krishna. This is Kunti Devi's devotional attitude. This is a devotional attitude. And we saw that Kisla Kavikana Swami described when Krishna called the gopis, the speed they use in running to Krishna, they don't have any strength. There's no space for them to think of diverting anywhere. Only one direction. It was just one direction. There were no other road. They closed all other road, that is Prema. Ananya, Bhakti, means all other roads are closed. In other words, there is no distraction. Not distraction. There's no space for distraction. The mind should not think of anything else. Let me not have any space left in my mind that mind should think of something except Krishna. Let me just only Krishna. Even though the Pandavas are my children and my family members, they reach me, they are devotees, but let me not have a material relationship with anyone. My relationship with my children should not be material. They are devotees. We cannot separate the pure devotees from Krishna. There's no space of separation. They are together. So the Pandavas said, they are pure, eternal associated to Krishna. Kunti Devi is not saying, I don't want Pandavas. It's like, I don't want devotees. How can we become Krishna conscious without devotee? Yesterday we mentioned we cannot get Krishna's love. We cannot get Krishna's mercy because Krishna's mercy is not with Krishna. Krishna's mercy is with Krishna's devotees. So if we don't want devotees, it means we don't want Krishna. So that is not what Kunti Devi is praying. Kunti Devi is not saying, I don't want Krishna. I don't want devotees. She is praying. My mind should not have any material relationship with anyone, including my own children or my family members. Even though they are devotees, we should not have any material relationship with anyone. This is the teaching from Kunti Devi. It is prominent. I have seen many devotees who does not want their children to get married to devotees. I'm talking of devotees on that side. Many devotees doesn't want their children to get married to devotees. Why? We are not the same caste. Is that spiritual relationship or material relationship? Material relationship. Kunti Devi is telling us this is wrong. This is not bhakti. This is not how we can get love for Krishna. Devotee is a devotee. Even Janaka Pandit, who is not a pure devotee, a civilized politician. He said, gold is gold in the hand of a dog eater is gold. In the hands of a brahmana, it is gold. Rupa Goswami, he offered a very beautiful preface to his books. Lalita Madhava. Don't look at me, the writer of this book, because I'm a foolish Rupa Goswami. He's not foolish Rupa, but this is humility. I'm a foolish Rupa Goswami. That is my position, talking to my audience. Who are my audience? The most exalted personalities in the world, who have the right to chastise me. But I'm writing a poem for them, for their entertainment. Don't look at me, because my situation is like fire. If a Shudra light fire, would he cook your food or not? Shudra. It's not Shudra. If a Shudra light, will you cook your food? To be Shudra fire. Huh? It will cook. Because it is fire. Fire is fire. So a devotee is a devotee. It does not matter his material position. It doesn't matter. The material position of a devotee has nothing to do with his or her devotion, her relationship. It is zero. Zero. Materially zero. Zero. So Kunti Devi is teaching, I don't want to have any material relationship with anybody, including my children. Let me have only spiritual relationship with anybody, anything. My dealing should be devotional. I have no activity if it's not devotional offering to Krishna. Kunti Devi is teaching. So Srila Prabhupada is right, he's very, very careful, he's thoughtful to use the word teachings of Kunti. It's actually perfect teachings of Kunti. This is perfect teachings. Otherwise, how will we understand? So, Bhanavan Sakura said, of all the prayers of our chariots, Kunti's prayer is most famous. So beautiful. How she end the prayer. So this is one of them. It's in the preface of Chaitanya Bhagavat. These prayers are narrated in the beginning, in the preface, introduction. These prayers are given. So beautiful. The most beautiful part is the end, the last sentence. What attracts me the most. Want to hear that one? Yeah. Kunti Devi is praying to Krishna. Prepare me. Mold my life. Do whatever it is necessary to make me qualify for your mercy. Does it make sense? Can we pray like that? Make sense? Mold my life. She's requesting Krishna, please mold my life. Do whatever is necessary. Prepare me in such a way. Do whatever it is necessary to make me qualify for your mercy. It doesn't matter whatever it is, because you know the best. It's continuing prayers. So he also used the word directly. Adha. Directly. directly, no branches. There's no branch. It's only one way. Express road. So swift and strong. This is our determination. It's our determination. The mind has the nature of running here and there. And because of that, our devotional service, our affection for Christian is really in trouble because of the nature of the mind. Our affection for Christian is in trouble, especially at this time. The mind is so disturbed with so many things, and we are constantly adding disturbances. In the name of advancement, we are constantly adding to the disturbances which you already have. The mind is agitated with so many things. We are adding more agitation to the mind. How can we have direction towards Christian? How can our affection for Christian be strong? If we allow the mind to expand in diversion. There's so many things in this material world. So many. And all of them are unnecessary. 100% unnecessary. They are 100% unnecessary. In this material world, we struggle like anything to become somebody. Is it not? How wonderful it is. How wonderful it is. 100% useless. What person we want to be? What person do we want to be more than I'm a servant to Krishna, eternally servant to Krishna? What person else you want to be? So what else? Nothing. Nothing. So we already have a position which is eternal. But the mind does not take us to that. The mind takes us to unnecessary things. So many diversions. Intelligent persons should not try to act many unnecessary things. Let us deal with what is already there. It is much. It takes lifetimes to deal with what is already there. So there's no need to add. Perfection of pure devotional service attained when all attention is diverted towards the transcendental loving service of the Lord. This is perfection. There's nothing. Trying to have any position in this material world is undesirable. Nothing in material world is desirable. Even the opulences here, they're not desirable. All the opulences are desirable in the spiritual world because they're eternal, part of the soul, not in the material world. All the opulences in the material world are not desirable. We get them, we have more problems. Anything we get in this material, it will produce problems. Everything. Even to become a devotee, you have problems. Right? Many government gossips are going to hate you. You should try to be a good devotee. You have a lot of hatred. To be a good devotee. Did you know? that is how useless the material world is. Up to that point. That you want to do the best thing, which is our eternal natural activity, you have a lot of hatred. So what to do? We need to understand the teachings of Kunti so we can mold our mind according to this. That we should not have a single space time in our lives in Christian conception. no spare time. Spare time means Maya, a chance for Maya to come in and take out our valuable heritage, which is devotional service to Krishna. Instead of planning how to execute our devotional service, we waste our time with Maya. That's what Kunti Devi is teaching. We should avoid it. Should avoid it. To cut off the tie of all other affection does not mean complete negation of the final element, like affection for someone else. It is affection is naturally the part of the soul. It's part of the soul. We cannot remove it. But how do we apply this? Who is the object of this affection? That has to be carefully understood. This is what Kunti Devi said. I'm fortunate to know who I should repose my affection on. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. And Krishna has no second. Therefore, our affection should not be reserved for something else. So Krishna requested for what? Krishna requested for all. No reservation for affection for anything in anybody. No reservation. If there is reservation, it's an offense. So the Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami said, Krishna is not obliged to anyone unless we are 100% dependent on him. Our affection is 100% given to Krishna, like Kunti Devi. Krishna is not obliged. No, nobody. Only when we are 100%, then Krishna is obliged to those who are 100% dependent. So Krishna requested for all. Mam Ekam is not a mistake. Only me, not a mistake. Krishna does not have second. Therefore, everything should be given to Krishna without reservation. If the reservation is an offense, is a violation of the principle. A few days ago, His Holiness Prahladananda Maharaj, in a lecture he mentioned, in the beginning, when Prabhupada was talking heavily, Mayavadis. So, Brahmananda Prabhu was thinking, Mayavadi is a person who has offended the Prabhupada. And they have quarreled so much so that Prabhupada cannot forget him. So every day he's happily giving a heavy club hammer. You understand club hammer? Club hammer. He's hitting the Mayavadi with the club hammer on his head because the offense was too grave that I cannot forget. Sometimes we have enemies like that. You cannot forget. So he did not know that it's not just a particular person. Until one day he asked, so Prabhupada, who is a Mayavadi? Then Prabhupada says, all of us who are not affectionate lovers of Krishna, we are Mayavadis. All Mayavadis. If you don't accept Krishna as a supreme person of God, then it's what? Mayavadi. So many. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, text 12, purport. What the first language Prabhupada used? The first sentence, 9:12. Check. The Prabhupada said, this is our scripture, we should know it. Chapter 9, text 12. Text 12. What? Read it loud.
There are many devotees.
Many demons?
Devotees.
Oh, okay. Sorry. There are many
Devotees who assume themselves to be in Krishna consciousness and devotional service but at heart do not accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, as the absolute truth.
So who are that? Mayavadis. We do not accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If we have accepted Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we will not have the present consciousness we have now. Our consciousness will be different. It will be like Kunti Devi. Attraction for Krishna is so strong. The intention to serve Krishna is very strong. Our mind for Krishna is very strong. Everything we do for Krishna is ultimate. There's no chance for Maya inside. This is Kunti Devi's teaching. She's giving us what is Krishna consciousness in true perspective. How we should use our mind in Krishna consciousness and all other senses. She's not saying that I don't like you, Pandavas. Yeah, devotee, that's an offense. It's an offense. Not to like a devotee is an offense. To see a devotee and not be happy is a great parama apparat. It's parama apparat. Not to feel happy upon seeing a devotee. Even if we have externally, Panchakalpatali Vyacha, Kripa Asuni Vyacha, Patitanapani, Vaishnavi Unamanaha. But why are you here? What have you come? How long you want to say? How many minutes? This is Parama Parat. So, Kunti Devi is not a paradis. She's not. So she's teaching us that even within the family, our affection for each other should not be material. I have attachment for this person because he's my child, my husband, he's my wife, he's my friend, he's my family member. That is wrong. It is material. Our affection should be on the spiritual platform, on the soul platform. That is affection. That is pure Krishna consciousness. That's pure devotional service. Any activity done on that platform is pure bhakti. That's the devotional service. That's what we call devotional service. What is that? Activity which is saturated with our love for Krishna. And that would give Krishna satisfaction. That what Krishna enjoys. Yesterday we were telling devotees, when we chant the pure name, Krishna likes his name. When we chant the pure name without cell phone, Krishna will sit with us to hear the name we're calling. That is Harinam, Prem Nam. This is Prem Nam. Krishna sit with you to hear his name that you're calling, because you drag him to where you are. Wherever there's bhakti, that is where Krishna is. The person who has bhakti cannot be restless. Oh, his restlessness is due to prema, because there are two types. Restlessness and spiritual restlessness. That will not push Krishna away. That will not divert our attention. That will attract Krishna the most. Because Krishna himself is restless for the love of Srimati Radharani. Krishna is not peaceful. The whole night Krishna does not sleep, hiding in the bush, thinking, when will Srimati Radharani pass? Out of fear of who? Jatila, thank you. Out of fear. Krishna is afraid of. Can you imagine that? Can you believe that? Eh? Yamara is afraid of Jatila? No. Yamara is afraid of Krishna, but Krishna is afraid of Jatila. This is celebrated. This is Braj. This is Braj Prem. This is Braj Prem. It's celebrated. So, if we want to enter into Braj Prem, this is the teachings from Kunti that we should follow. We should follow this. And Prabhupada said in Bhagavad Gita 927 purport and 1865 purport, and also here in this first chapter 14 purport, we should mold our life in such a way that we remain 24 hours Krishna conscious. How do we do that? The channel Krishna is a big science. It's a big science. Yes. You cannot chant pure name with cell phone. You cannot. Because what is cell phone? Cell phone means a thief of our affection for Krishna. A thief. If a thief comes to the house, what is he going to do there? So steal. So when the cell phone comes to us doing japa, what is it? Stealing our affection for Krishna. What Kunti Devi wants to do, we are negligent, allowing thief to come in and take it. So Prabhupada said we should not be surprised why we are suffering. We should not be surprised why we are suffering, because we are not hearing the teachings Kunti is giving to us. We are not hearing. This is our book. Is it not? This is our book. It's not Muslim book, it's not Christian book. This is our book. But how much attention do we give to this Bhagavad? So my spiritual master said, we are lazy people. Lazy. You know that you cannot punch my face. We have that strength. Lazy means what? That we cannot take what is available from the book. We cannot take what is available. Second canto, last chapter is 10. What is the heading? Bhagavatam is the answer to all problems. And we still have? Why? You're not taking shelter. You're not hearing Bhagavatam. You're not taking shelter of Bhagavatam. We're not getting the teachings Kunti Devi is given to us. This is our laziness. Is it a good teaching? Is it a good teaching?
Yes.
Okay. The so-called affection for family, society, country, etc. consists of different phases of sense gratification. This is what Kunti Devi is teaching, that it is material. So somebody said, then I love my country so much that I will die for the country. It is demonic. That's not affection. It is ignorance. She will die for Krishna. That's affection. That is real. When this desire is changed for the satisfaction of the Lord, it is called devotional service. Hare Krishna. Comments? Yes, Mr.
No, I have 3 questions.
Okay.
So, let's start with you, Maharaj, quoting Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur that in this month and this surrender is 100% Krishna is not really obliged.
Yes.
So, how do we really understand this in the perspective of the Athamaka that the way you approach me, to the degree you approach me, to that degree I reciprocate? So, how do we really balance these two?
So if we give ourselves 100% to Krishna, so Krishna will take us 100%. If we are 50, He's going to make us 50. And I guess He's not a blast for those of us who are only 50. He's a blast to those of us who are only 100. That is His nature, to reciprocate, because in actually, what is the verse? This verse, what is it teaching us? This verse is teaching us the impartial nature of Krishna. In Krishna consciousness, there's no cheating. We can always cheat ourselves, and nobody else. That is what Krishna is teaching in this verse. Otherwise, in the material world, if I'm your son and I'm working the company, I can come to work by 12 o'clock. You won't say anything to me. And those who are not your biological children, they will come by 8, otherwise they'll be sacked. But because I'm your son, I can come anytime. I may not do anything, and I will get my salary. So there is cheating here. In Krishna consciousness, we cannot cheat. What we do is what we want to get. This is what Krishna is teaching. So if we are 100% surrendered to Krishna, he will give himself 100%. If we are less, he will also be less. Otherwise, Krishna, he cannot be Krishna. He is somebody else, not Krishna. If he's Krishna, then he should be like this.
Can I ask?
Yes.
Maharaj, also you were talking about there is a Mahaprabhu not to be happy to see a devotee. Now, I read, I've seen that devotee, that definition differs from different shastras in different contexts. The definition of a devotee differs. So when we say that not being happy to see a devotee is a Mahaprabhu, now there may be some people who are trying to be devotees, but they really spoil your consciousness. They don't really, make you think of Krishna. They take your consciousness away from Krishna. So, is it an aparad not to be happy to see such people or to stay away from such people?
Very good question. Thank you. In chapter 6 Bhagavad Gita, one particular teaching Krishna taught today. Renunciation is not hatred. Hatred is different, renunciation is different. We don't know this, so most of us don't know this, so we do. I don't like to eat sweet rice. So in my temple, no sweet rice. That is wrong. It is me who does not like children, not everybody. Krishna likes it, and other people like it. It is good for them. So it should be allowed. That is perfect renunciation. The same way, devotees who are not in good character, we should keep distance. The distance is our love for such people, but not hatred. I'm keeping away from you. It doesn't mean I hate you. It means I care for you and I don't want you to continue to make offense each time we meet. So I'm protecting you by keeping distance from you. But in my mind, there is no hatred. That is pure. And Sri Rupa Goswami, he gave us vision to see different people so that we don't become offensive someone has done something wrong. That is okay. Something is wrong. We should not become offensive because the person had done something wrong. Because we ourselves are also doing wrong because somebody had done something wrong. So what is the difference between two of us? This person have done something wrong and become offensive, which is also wrong. That shouldn't be. When we become too critical of our situation, we are becoming offensive. That also is dangerous for us. So the principle is, which is always there. It's always there that we are going to have devotees who will not be in good character. Why Rupa Goswami taught us these 3 levels of saying devotee is to protect us from this. So we keep distance from ill-behaved neophyte devotees. We keep distance. See, we should try to understand. Neophyte devotee or devotees does not mean someone who just came new to the movement. That's not neophyte. Neophyte is our character. So even if one is in a movement for 100 years, if our character is not proper, it's still neophyte. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what did he teach us? One who chant Hare Krishna is a devotee. He didn't say pure name. He just said Hare Krishna is a devotee. But one who constantly chant Hare Krishna is a better devotee. And one who's upon being seen will make you to chant Hare Krishna. That's a Mahaprabhu. It's a pure devotee. So 3 levels. So we should see like that so that we know how to deal with everybody without making offense. That is Rupa Goswami's reason for giving us this vision. So we know how to protect ourselves from the nonsense activities of other devotees. Is the reason. Make sense? Sorry.
Like Prabhupada also says in the purport, he hints towards it, and also in Bhagavad Gita 13:8-12, purport, he says that if your family is Krishna conscious, then it's okay to have affection for them. Now, this is a very fine line that, what Kunti Maharaj is saying, because how do you really know that that affection is spiritual and not material?
Yes. How do I know my affection for my child is pure, not material? We know our affection is pure by how much Christian consciousness we are giving to this child, and how much are we detaching our child from material things. And if something happened to this child, somehow or other, if something happened to this child, and I stop my practice of Christian consciousness, I ask Christian, why did you take my husband? Why did you take my son? Why did you take my mother? Why did you take my father? After all, they are devotees. That's a material affection. But Christian, why? That is wrong. That is material. We stop practice. Christian took my husband. I'm still young. He's still young. Why? That's material affection. Spiritual affection, well, Krishna knows the best. He knows why this has happened. I don't know. I'm be relating with this person as my husband, as my wife, as a brother or a sister, as a son, but I don't know who the person is. My relationship with the person is still material because it's a body I'm relating with. But this soul, who is this soul? I don't know. Krishna knows. When we understand this and we are relating with Krishna based on that, that is spiritual. So whatever happened, we'll tell Krishna, thank you, from the heart. That is spiritual affection. So, you see, when the Pandavas were living, they didn't call Kunti. That is spiritual. They didn't call her. They knew, they are aware that in our helpless situation, the person who was there having sleepless night with us is my mother, or our mother. But when they were living, they didn't call her. It is not a mistake. That is spiritual affection.
Thank you.
how we can increase our rag, our attention to the Lord, increase the speed of.
In this material world, how do we get attracted to something and develop interest to get it? Hearing, advertisement, advert. This red Toyota car is such a wonderful thing. When you get it, 100% happy. You're not happy now because you don't have it yet. When you get it, you're on top of the world. Every day you hear this, every day you hear this, they put it to you every day. What will happen? Want it. You start making arrangements to get it. Yeah, even if you don't, you get a loan. Or you steal. Therefore, we should hear constantly about Krishna. We should hear Krishna's wonderful activities, Krishna's glories. We should talk about Krishna ceaselessly. We should hear ceaselessly and become an addict. It is then we will develop this nature Kunti Devi is teaching us. And Prabhupada said he established ISKCON to give chance for hearing. This movement is for hearing. So we should hear, we should make arrangement to hear. So hear. Nityam Bhagavata Seva. We should hear. If you don't hear about Krishna, what are we going to hear? Right? So to protect ourselves, we hear. Always hear. Make arrangement. We would probably say mold our lives. What is it saying? Find a way to be Krishna consciously engaged that there's no time for Maya. We have to do that. It's not the guru. The guru is giving all the necessary things. Suppose someone has cooked and he served the prasadam. Do we want the person to come and put it in our mouth? Huh? What to do? At least we should appreciate the mercy by eating it ourselves. So everything is given to us. So let us hear. But what time is given? Papa was having sleepless night to get the Bhagavata. While we are sleeping, he is awake. Not for making money. It is for us. Because you know this is what we need. He took risk going all over the place he described as horrible. Horrible. He took risk. When Srimati Moralji said, Swamiji will die in America. Yes! Let me die there. I want to die there. Very risky. Because he wants to save us. So, let us give up laziness and keep hearing every day. We should make arrangements to hear every day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai God Premanand. All glories assembled devotees.
His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami ki Jai. Prabhupada ki Jai.